Hey everybody, Intellivision has finally sent out another email update, kind of, and I'm going to get to that whole email. I'm going to go through it all. I'm going to share my opinion. I want to hear your opinion in the comments below, but first, I need to kind of set the table. So let's go back when Phil Adam emailed everyone on June 7th, 2022. So that's almost 1 year ago, okay? Mind you that there's been countless delays with this system. One of the things he says is like, hey, we had to reduce our staff. Okay. All right. Thanks for letting us know you had to reduce your staff. And then he talks about how they're trying to bring their IPs. They're going to try to license them out, their classic IPs, for other platforms and try to bring Intellivision to other platforms. And then he talks how they're slowly processing refund requests. And this is a point that to me is very important. There were people who were promised that they could get a refund at any time, and they're still waiting. There was one person on Twitter who was asking about a refund. I retweeted him. I tagged Phil Adam. I said, hey, what does this person need to do to get a refund? There was an Amico show on YouTube. Whenever someone tried to ask about refunds, their comments were censored. And it really bothers me that a company with the name Intellivision, I'm a fan of the Intellivision brand, made promises that they're not keeping, that they're holding on to people's money. In my feelings, it's like stealing, right? When you take someone's money and say you can have it back at any time, and then they say, can I have it back? And you ghost them. That's kind of like stealing, isn't it? And it also talks about, this is from June again, that they were going to focus on, fulfilling pre-orders, and they had these two major distribution partners and focus on direct orders. And then they talk about how they are going to announce some new IP licensing partnership deals soon, as well as showing off the Amico units currently in production. So this, according to this email, Amico was in production. Okay. Remember that. We never really did get to see that. Okay. Then we go to August 30th, which is like, I did the math. I think it's like 266 days ago. They announced that they did one licensing deal with BBG Entertainment for, 4 licensed Amico games and original versions on other platforms. Never followed up on that. Then they have another partnership deal that will ensure that 2 of their most anticipated IPs will be available across multiple platforms, as well as Amico, that they plan to release at the same time or later than the Amico. Never heard anything about that. You're not going to hear anything about this in this upcoming email. So this is from today. By the time this video comes out, it'll be tomorrow in my time zone, because this was sent out at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Actually 266 days since the last email. So what's happened in 266 days? Where's all these details? Let's go through the whole thing. The last 18 months since becoming the CEO, this is Phil Adam, has been extremely difficult time for the Intellivision business. A long list of disappointments from both inside and outside of the company had to be taken head on. During this time, we laid off a large portion of our staff. Wait a minute, you already said that last year. In June, you said this. Restructured our management team, began process of reevaluating every aspect of the business, which included the path that lay ahead for Intellivision. Nothing new. What we have distilled down from the countless hours of self-assessment is that we are, or more accurately, wish to be, so they're not yet, but they want to be in the business of creating a living room experience that brings people of various ages together in group play, which is great, but that's nothing new. I mean, Nintendo, I saw a commercial where they're advertising their new Zelda game where a father and his child were experiencing the game together in their living room. This idea of putting, group play in living room, it's not new, not in the video game industry. It's just not that unique, to be honest. It is the experience between people sitting in the same room that will be our primary measure of success. Well, I think also, making a profit. But anyways, this first and foremost comes from offering great content. Okay, I agree with that point. As an entertainment business, we realize that creating great content requires world-class partners and focus on strategies where we can effectively achieve the necessary level of excellence to succeed. To this end, we will be announcing a string of new partnerships. Wait, hang on. Back in those old emails, you talked about partnerships you were going to announce. This is an announcement of an announcement. How many announcements of an announcement do you need to get? Where is any concrete stuff in this email so far? There is nothing new really being announced. It's just announcing it's saying vague things and then announcing, well, we'll give you details later. There's no concrete details really so far. Anyways, we will be announcing a string of new partnerships that will not only help bring fun and innovative content that capture the Amico experience, but also bolsters and celebrates our content's appeal by 1, licensing our IP to development partners who have product pedigrees that are creatively aligned and best poised to bring something great to market. Okay. Leveraging our IP in a way that ensures delivery on Amico, but additionally expands our content to entirely new audiences Intellivision would otherwise be unable to reach. And 3, acquiring new IP that embodies Amico and fits our strategic focus. If I am still waiting on my refund, how dare you tell me you're going to go buy other stuff? Give me my money first, right? This will include licensing IP for other platforms where it makes sense to do so. So what I get out of this, remember all that hubbub about how Amico will have exclusive versions, all these exclusive games, and how you need that controller to play Amico. Not anymore. We're going to be putting our games on other systems to make money because we're not going to make it on the Amico. Our commitment to delivering a unique and innovative platform that brings people together has not wavered. What has changed is our philosophy on how to deliver that experience. The business environment is quite different from what it was in 2018. Oh, 5 years ago when the original Intellivision business plan was put together. You mean the original Intellivision Entertainment business plan or Amico plan, not, Intellivision from the, early 80s, late 70s. We cannot solely be dependent on traditional hardware console business model. What are they saying? You know how we made a big deal about the Amico and the hardware and how that was our top priority? We're putting that in the closet. That's what I get out of that. The cost and time to scale such a business is too great. We must be creative. Really, you're just now figuring this out. 2018, we're going to come out with a system. Yeah, that's wasn't a good idea. We must be more creative in how we deploy our intended entertainment experience, aka we're not going to be just doing it on the Amico, right? Not only delivering a better experience for our customers, but also reducing the time and cost to scale the business. All right. We want to assure our fans that shipping a console remains part of a product strategy. So did you catch that? What he's saying is it's not that important anymore, but don't worry, we're still going to get around to it. The development of hands-on testing of our pilot units have been a successful step forward. As a testament of this progress, we are pleased to share with you this video of a father and son playing Shark Shark on one of the pilot units in their home! ! By the way, you don't get to see the unit in the video. I am not going to show the video. The author of this video is someone who has very much promoted the system and is friends he has expressed friendship with the management. This is a person who has been very, from what I understand, you say their name in one of your videos if you're critical, and they, block you on Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm not going to share the video. I watched the video, and let me just say a couple things. One, it's fine for a father-son Let's Play. It's a step down professionally from what Intellivision was producing when they were doing their deep dives. And if you watch the video, tell me that the kid doesn't look more interested in a stuffed animal they're playing with at the beginning of the video than the game itself. And what I noticed in the game is that the dad was doing most of the work within the game. I mean, the kid looked like they were having fun. And I do find it ironic because there was this one part where a bird stuck its head in the water to get the fish, which was interesting. Never saw that before in the deep dives. And they called it a stork. No, it's a seagull. And they even have the screenshot where they say, yeah, it's a seagull. Actually, that's a pelican, if I'm correct. I think a brown pelican. So I thought that was kind of humorous as well. But I saw the game, and let me just say personally, you see the new Zelda game, you're seeing these new games come out. It hasn't aged well. It does look like a game that would be on a mobile store for $5 or less, or maybe even a 99-cent game. It doesn't. I mean, it might be fun. I enjoyed the original Shark. I wouldn't mind playing the update, but it doesn't look like something that's going to set the world on fire. As part of our expanded strategy, we also plan to bring the Amico experience to other hardware platforms, starting with mobile devices. For years, people were saying you should make games first. Why don't you make some mobile games, right? Why don't you put your stuff on other platforms? And now they're finally, at least according to this email, they're going to do this. There's no concrete plan set. They're not saying, hey, on this date, this game will be on this platform, and we're releasing this game on mobile devices on this date. There's nothing concrete, no prices, no game titles, nothing. This is an announcement of an announcement of an announcement email. This is just crazy. For all the time, for waiting like a year or so, this is like a nothing. This is nothing. The only thing new is what's coming up. And the only detail is that they're going to have the name Amico Home. Amico Home will dramatically reduce the hardware footprint needed to enjoy Amico games, which is hilarious considering that the Amico hardware was outdated cell phone technology. The only thing that was complicated was adding that controller to the mix, and provide more developers the opportunity to explore the creative potential of in-room multiplayer games with our it's like what game companies are going to be like, wait, what? You could do in-room multiplayer? I had no idea. With our innovative physical and smartphone controllers. I don't know if this means that they're going to allow their controllers to be used with something outside of an Amico. We'll see how that works. The broadening of the talent pool will bring new ideas in gaming that will shape the future of Intellivision and our place in the market. We are excited for this future and what it means for bringing the Amico experience to the public, which they kind of did in those public events, but never mind that. Those who supported the Amico Intellivision early on helped set the foundation for all that we have been able to achieve. I could read that as saying, thanks for the money, early investors and depositors, even though we're going in another direction. Thanks for funding us so we could do something with your money other than make you money, investors, and other than deliver you a system. We are truly thankful to all of you. Of course, it paid the bills. In the coming weeks, those who have maintained a deposit. Okay, did you notice that? Because they stopped taking deposits. They stopped taking deposits. You go on their site now, you can pre-order an Amico without a deposit. And what about the people that laid down some money at GameStop and had it refunded? Or what about the people who pre-ordered a system on Amazon and had it refunded, or Best Buy or something? Those who have maintained a deposit will be able to sign in and verify their spot on a priority list called the Amico Club List. The Amico Club List will be used as a primary mechanism to prioritize access to special products, early access to new games, and other unique offers. More details to follow. It's like your deposit has turned into, you could get apps on your phone, right? For like Subway or McDonald's. And through these apps, you can get special deals. It's like your deposit turned into one of these kind of apps almost. Like now you can get access to special stuff. It's almost like they're trying to dissuade people from asking for their money back. Hey, please let us keep your $100 deposit. Again, we thank you for your patience and support as we chart a new course for Intellivision and establish our own unique position in the vast and vibrant video game industry. Let me tell you guys something. Coming up this summer, there's a little lawsuit from a furniture company that the hearing is supposed to start. And Tommy Tallarico's involved in the lawsuit, and I believe Intellivision Entertainment has been mentioned in the lawsuit. There are people waiting for their money back. There's announcements of announcements, but how are we supposed to trust everything? Back like a year ago, we were told like, hey, we're going to do these partnerships. We're going to show this Amico. And we got very little details, very little follow through. This is copying the same footprint. Listen, people who are following this, they don't want more announcements of announcements. They want firm details. And there's people who want their refund back. I don't understand how this is going to work. And it doesn't address the fact that Atari has bought the M Network brand and a catalog of games I believe from Intellivision, because Intellivision held the right to the M Network games as shown in the copyright of the Atari Flashback Collection for the Switch that had M Network games on it, and in it gave credit to Intellivision for that. What's in this? What did we learn? Kick the can? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.